All right, it's Thursday. That means we have Dr. Joe here to answer your pet questions. So if you have a problem with your pet, you can give us a call, 460-KJRH. And you brought along Eve this morning.
Yes, I did. This Eve was found on Christmas Eve, so that's her name. So she's.
But she wasn't found in a manger, right?
She was not found in a manger, no swaddling clothes. She's kind of out on her own there a little bit. But she's over at Arrow Springs. This is a little 8-week-old dog, and she's a little pit bull cross, but she's a nice little dog and smart little thing. And she's kind of marked. You don't see this as often as kind of striping.
It is kind of unique.
Yeah, people kind of like that a little bit. She'll grow into her ears one day too. So, but she loves to kind of play and everything. But like I said, she's over at Arrow Springs, which is 455-7107. Or animalaid.org. So, but good little pup.
Seems like
doesn't have much. She had a couple little wounds on her where someone kind of bit her a little bit, but that happens sometimes.
Seems to be doing good.
She's doing great.
All right, well, let's get to the phones. And first up, we have Michelle in Sapulpa. Good morning, Michelle.
Hi.
Good morning.
What's your question?
We have a 5-pound toy long-haired Chihuahua that we rescued her 5.5 years ago. And our vet saw her immediately, and she guessed her to be 5 or 6 years old.
Right.
Okay? And she's been so healthy, and we just love her to pieces. But the last month, maybe longer, she has started coughing. It used to be, 2 or 3 times in the evening.
Right.
But it's at the point now where she doesn't cough during the day, but in the evening time she starts coughing.
Yeah.
It's so hard. I'm sitting there patting her little back.
Sure.
And she sleeps in our bed, and she won't really wake me up, but I'll realize she's coughing, and I'll be patting her back.
Yeah.
And
if a cough's gone on that long, you probably need to take it to your veterinarian and have it looked at. A lot of coughs actually can sometimes be little weak windpipes, and they get this little cough that they get, and we can talk about that more, but it's not as serious. But some coughs that go on for a while can be. And like you said, if she's 5 years old, that's you kind of think of one group of diseases. If she's really more like 8 or 9, because I've called their name, I've called their age wrong before. It's hard to tell sometimes when they're middle age or so, but it may be something else going on too. So absolutely, kind of get that checked. Anytime there's a kind of a chronic cough, and they can take X-rays of the lungs or something too. But that's something to kind of get looked at. So.
Okay. Next up, we have Terry in Inola. Terry.
Hello. Well, I have a question for you. I've got 2 miniature schnauzers, and I take them to the vets, and they both seem to have ear problems, so they put them on ear antibiotics, of course. But it seems like after the antibiotics are gone, the ear problems are back. Is there something I can do from home to help this out?
A lot of times you talk to your veterinarian, too, about that, because whenever they kind of return, there's usually an underlying cause. And sometimes we've actually started them on different antihistamines. Benadryl, a lot of times you can give that. It's a milligram per pound a couple times a day, which if they're 12 pounds, that's a half. If they're 25, it's kind of a whole. But sometimes that kind of helps, because sometimes that may be kind of returning. The other deal is that they may kind of swab and look in there and make sure there's no kind of weird stuff like yeast or something. Usually that's not ear mites by now or whatever. And then also one of the deals that I'll tell people, and I've seen this happen with my own dogs, is one of them will get a little something going and the dog starts sniffing and licking the ears. And they kind of clean each other, which is nice, except that they're leaving saliva and bacteria in there. So I have had times where we've had to break them of that little habit, because that can kind of, a wet ear is not.
Right.
It's kind of like a wet diaper.
So it can be a good thing or a bad thing.
Usually, a little good as it's nice to do, but bad because they usually leave saliva and stuff.
Sure,
and it's kind of yucky. So.
All right. Well, if you want to adopt Eve, again, you can call Animal Aid at 918-744-8280 or log on to animalaid.org. If we didn't get to your call today, the good news is Dr. Landers is here every Thursday to answer your pet questions. If you missed any of today's segment, you can go to kjrh.com, click on the Lifestyle tab to watch it again, and learn about other pets who need homes. Thanks for coming in.
Well, thank you.